Hello, church. Today we're reflecting on Acts 13, verses 4 to 12. The account is a clear demonstration of believers fulfilling the Great Commission and experiencing the confirmations and promise that Christ made to all believers in Mark 16, verses 15 to 20, that he would walk with them as they went to share the gospel and he would confirm his word with signs following. So, in the Acts 13 passage we're looking at today, there are three main points I'd like to pull out. The first is that although Paul and Barnabas were headed towards a specific location, Cyprus, they remained mission minded even whilst on the journey to their destination. So, they've made the most of the situations and found opportunities to share the gospel and invite others into God's kingdom. Secondly, the Holy Spirit commissioned Barnabas with Paul, and in verse 5 of the passage, we see they had a helper, John Mark, with them. This is because God never intended for us to do life or mission alone. So He gives us partners, He gives us co workers, friends, one another, because we all have a role to play and because we're stronger together. Thirdly, the apostles were commissioned, inspired, and empowered by the Holy Spirit. So we see that they are totally reliant on the Holy Spirit for locations, for targets, for strategies, and for power. We see the Holy Spirit outworking supernatural gifts of discerning spirits, of working of miracles, of wisdom, of faith, in enabling Paul to identify and rebuke a false prophet who was impeding the gospel being shared, and also to perform a sign which helped, bring understanding for salvation to a very intellectual man. So I pray that God helps us as we are going through a waiting season and journeying towards a specific destination, that God would help us to be kingdom minded, to be filled and led by the Holy Spirit, and to be able to recognize the opportunities and help us is placed around us to fulfill His purposes. God bless.